Hi, sir. Good morning. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing really well. A lot happier now that I'm at Cosmoverse finally.
Yeah. Can you give us a please quick intro and what you do?
Okay, definitely. So my name is Jayant Ramanand. Everyone in crypto calls me Jay because it's kind of hard to pronounce Indian names. I'm co-founder and builder of Mantra Chain. Been doing that for a significant period of time, and we're here right now because we promised Omtober, and Omtober is happening. So with each day that passes by, we get one day closer to the probability that we actually announce our mainnet going live. So that's what I've been building for the last year and a half now, at least.
Perfect. That's really exciting. Can you tell us a little bit more about October?
Yeah, absolutely. So, Omtober has been a brainchild of my co-founder John, who came up with the term in Korea Blockchain Week. And the idea was that in the period of this 1 month, because we've been building for such a long period of time, it now comes down to actually demonstrating to the public what we've been doing. And crypto can be a really harsh environment to operate in. So it's a really nice period of time in which we don't just want to give you one or two announcements. We want to give you the whole vision of what we're building towards. So that has been the month of October. So that's what we're all here to share.
That's nice. We will come back to this topic in a minute. And as we all are cosmonauts, can you please tell us your perspective why cosmonauts are unique?
Oh, I think cosmonauts are unique because there isn't one type of cosmonaut. Because you've got like so many different app chains, and every app chain basically has its own philosophy behind it. The people that believe in that philosophy are also different. But I think what brings all the cosmonauts together are that there needs to be a future in which it is a multi-chain environment, in which people are allowed to vote with their money on projects, ideas, chains that they value, while not being excluded from the other chains. So using the IBC, you get to basically take part in every single app chain out there, and every cosmonaut is a slight variation of weird in a nice way. So it's nice to have like different philosophies being able to connect with each other, because we're able to have a conversation, which I think up until now blockchains couldn't converse with each other. So cosmonauts get to talk to each other.
Absolutely. Even with philosophies, it's all about interoperability. Can you tell us like any story about the Cosmos Hub which you like remember?
So I have been working on the Cosmos Hub for a fairly long period of time. First as a validator, and then now we're building our chain as well using the Cosmos SDK. I think one of the things that have been consistent throughout, which has been a positive, is that people are very open, and there's no gatekeeping of secrets, information, technology. Almost to a fault, that everyone is very transparent over here. So I quite enjoy that people are collaborative and able to build in this ecosystem. But sometimes I think it can be too much of a collaboration wherein more conversation happens than execution. So we're trying to find that sweet spot where we can get consensus but still be able to execute and go forward with that.
Absolutely. Drama per second is all-time high. Like every time it makes a new highs. So maybe you remember one or maybe some proposals on the hub which like were interesting for you or just stuck in your mind.
I can think of the the Atom 2.0 proposal, and I think the proposal was great in that it had a lot of really good ideas. But one of the things that was a sticking point as a validator at that point is that I agree with 90% of it, but there's 10% of this omnibus proposal that I may not be 100% on board with. But then that still means that I had to decide whether I would all yes or all no. So the fact that we were able to break it down into smaller chunks and be able to execute it, I think was a clear instance in which that as a ecosystem, we need to break things down into digestible steps and execute one step at a time, rather than say, this is our vision, let's go to 100 from here, which is kind of hard for everyone to come along with. So that's the one thing that stayed in my mind for the last
Yeah,
ever
and
since it came out.
sorry, I think it's for many people around the Cosmos. They all remember this proposal in particular. Which chain excites you the most in Cosmos?
Can I say Mantra Chain? Yeah, Mantra Chain excites me the most over here because we've been building it for a while. And specifically, I think like a chain that is home to bringing these tokenized assets and then representing them on chain and then bringing a whole new audience. To me, I think this is the missing link in the evolution of finance, because a lot of people have been looking at it as this like revolution where we take down the existing system and build a new one. I believe that it is a stepping stone towards the next version of it. So I'm excited about Mantra Chain. I'm also excited by a lot of the other app chains that are out there. Specifically, I like Noble, I like Axelar, I like Osmosis. I like the teams as well. I just like the chains because they serve a very specific case. And we're able to work with them and bring their assets on board.
So does it mean that your favorite chain is Mantra? And what is the favorite chain of like all the cosmonauts for now?
Wherever the next airdrop is, right?
That's a good one. Did you get any of those?
Me, not personally. No, I was too busy building away. And to be honest, like as an airdrop hunter, I don't think I have the best luck. I just know how to build things out, but I try and get some of these. But I think as a project that's quite interesting is that Stargaze is a lot of really interesting communities that are coming out of it. So from a use case perspective, there's a lot of cool things happening out there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I also like Stargaze. It's about the art. It's about some human factor in crypto. Can you please tell us which application you would suggest to use for cosmonauts?
I think that's an area that we as a community can be doing a little bit better on from a user experience perspective. The tech is fantastic, but what I've realized is that most users don't necessarily care enough about the tech to have that be as a driving force. So the one application right now I think that's doing really well is the IBC element. I think IBC is my favorite part of it because we've solved bridging entirely and there's no honeypot problem. So I think the more we have information and money moving between IBC, that is a use case that I think is going to be fantastic as far as applications are concerned.
Gotcha. Do you remember how many IBC zones in Cosmos?
70 something? I don't know, there's a lot. Like if you look at the MintScan dashboard and then you see the IBC connectivity, you'll see like a lot of them. But I don't remember the exact number. It's been a while since I looked at it. But there's a lot.
Is there an D app you would suggest to use also?
No, I can't think of anyone right now, to be honest, because I've been two elbows deep in building our own app. But essentially, like, what I like is the access to liquidity of certain assets that you don't get. What I don't like is that some of these things require you to get a PhD in understanding how these wallet setups work. So any dApp that abstracts away the user complexity, I would say let's start with that.
Claim or compound?
Rewards, claim and then compound.
Nice one. And what do you think, in one sentence, what is Cosmos?
In one sentence, I think Cosmos is an environment for different people to bring their philosophies while also being able to connect with one another. So different philosophies that connect with each other. That's what Cosmos means to me.
Well said. Thank you, sir.